Hi, it's me, Lois, and welcome to my channel, Lois Codes, where I talk about coding, career growth, finances, and everything else going on. Today, I want to talk about goals, why goals may not be working for you, how they should be working, and how to set up goals as a developer so you can finally achieve your career dreams.
Be strong.
Why does setting goals not work? Why are they not working for you? Well, you might be setting immeasurable goals. You might have high standards, or you might be a high achiever. That's all well and good, but that could lead to some bad habits like losing sleep, skipping meals, or working long hours. That might feel okay when you're younger, but as we get older, it gets worse and harder on our health, both mentally and physically. We should always want to strive for more, but we shouldn't have to compromise our health to do so. You are too focused on getting the work done. Have you heard the phrase, "It's about the journey, not the destination"? Well, that's true about goals. You might be spending too much time and energy on getting the work done and not enough time reflecting or realigning why you set that goal in the first place. Are you still happy? Are you still excited about getting the work done? Are there other, maybe even better opportunities that you're missing out on? You should be enjoying the journey and give yourself some time to reflect on your experiences at that moment. You might come to find out that it's time to change direction. Your goal is too large. You set goals that feel doable, or you know the goal is really large, but you think you can accomplish it anyway. Months roll on and you get pulled in different directions, or you get distracted by possible solutions that promise the work can get done quickly. Months continue to roll on and you feel like you've accomplished little to nothing at all. That might be because your goal is just too large and you need to break it into smaller chunks. Once when you break it into smaller chunks, your larger goal will have some direction and your small wins can add up quickly. Controlling the uncontrollable. The only thing constant is change. You can't control change, just how you feel about it. Much like your goals, you can't control how it benefits you or your path, but you can at least control how you handle it. Focusing on failure. So we already perceive goals as something rigid and linear. We've been conditioned to believe goals as being successful or something that failed. We think of accomplishing the goal or we did not accomplish the goal. We don't even really think about all of the accomplishments and all of the wins and successes we made along the way. We only think of the beginning and the end, and since the end resulted in us failing in achieving the goal that we envisioned for ourselves, we start to get discouraged. How can setting goals work? Goals should not be measured in success or failure. Setting goals shouldn't be rigid. We shouldn't have blinders on to all the opportunities and accomplishments we've made along the way. Setting goals should be practical, ever-changing, and fluid. And goals should be fun. We need to recognize what motivates us. We need to be able to reevaluate and realign our path to what we enjoy the most, because when we enjoy it, we get better at it. And it might even help just to change the meaning of goal or even the term entirely. Instead of saying I'm going to set a goal, maybe say I'm going to set a target or objective, preference, or setting an ambition. Setting goals as a developer. What's important is to understand where you see your career going. Understand what kind of future you want to have in the tech industry. Do you want to stay a developer? Do you want to be a manager, maybe architect or CTO? It's best to understand what kind of future you see for yourself. Granted, it could change later on down the line, but at least know where you see yourself at this moment. Do you want to be further along in your career in 5-10 years? Once when you understand the larger goal, it'll make it a little easier to set up your smaller goals. It also helps you understand the developer positions within the career ladder. Once when you understand that, it'll be easier for you to climb it. Talk with your manager. Try and understand what the company career ladder is like as far as a developer. You might not stay at that company for 2, 5, 10, you might not even retire there, and that's okay, because there is commonality with the developer positions within the career ladder. Starting off, the basic tech career ladder is Junior or Engineer 1. After Junior is Mid-level or Engineer 2. After Mid-level is Senior. After Senior, this ladder starts to deviate into 2 different paths. You first have your technical path, which includes becoming a dev lead, then, and in some cases, or an architect. The other path is managerial, which includes becoming a manager, then director, and so on. Both paths can lead to more senior managerial roles like VP and CTO. So now that we have a basic understanding of the tech career ladder, we can now define our goals better. But first we need to understand how to define those goals. And that's where SMART goals come into play. But what are SMART goals? Or should I say SMART ambitions? Well, SMART is an acronym. It stands for specific, meaning it's clear and well-defined. Let's say as junior developers, we want to level up our career into mid-level. So one way to do that is to become more self-sufficient in one part of the product. Measurable, meaning ways to prove the goal has been accomplished. So what can you do to prove that you accomplished the goal of being more self-sufficient in one part of the product? There are a few ways to prove this. You can learn the product by becoming a code base expert, by improving or writing documentation. If that part of the product is known by few, then you can give a lunch and learn on that aspect of the product. You can also get more involved in any feature development on that aspect of the product. Attainable, meaning you can accomplish this goal within a certain reasonable amount of time. Relevant, meaning is this goal relevant and aligns to my values and long-term objectives. Time-based, meaning is this a realistic goal for me to accomplish within a month, 3 months, or a year? Or should I reevaluate and possibly break this goal down into smaller goals? Goals don't have to be rigid. It shouldn't have to be an all or none experience. There is so much that can be done and achieved within a realistic time frame that works best for you. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you again. Toodles! Be strong.